Hey REL 4D, welcome back to another replay analysis. Here we're doing the Fighta Aces versus the Bridgemen. The Bridgemen chose to receive. Let's get straight into it. Looks like the Bridgemen induced a Wizard, Zara, and Willow. Rumblebee's just going for a standard setup. We'll see how the Bridgemen decide to respond to this. Probably just using their guard, punching from the outside. Then getting the Dauntless hit in the middle, probably. If you're them, do you step on the troll? Look like this peasant? Do you swap him for like the loner and foul the troll? Not a bad kick. That's a good way to start the game. Random Zara cast. See, that's why you should have punched with this guy on him, so that you could push the troll just off and not give up a free hit. Now if you're Rumble, what do? Do you go for the troll hit and then maybe... I guess you could blitz that peasant, but what's that peasant really doing? This I didn't really like. I don't like that from Rumble. He did this in the last game too, I believe, on defense. Staying in his position. You have... Sure, he has Dauntless, but his Dauntless pieces, he only had one there, one there, one there. He'd have to blitz. You could have used your Blackworks on this side to like base up some folks. Not necessarily Zara, but like that blocker and that peasant you could have based up. Could have still got the troll block. You could have even used your crazy guy. You could have got a blitz on the Mighty Blow guy and then backed up and had guards supporting him. You could have been a lot more aggressive. Sure, it didn't really matter in the end because he failed the pickup, but if Pez Machine was a little more aggressive, he could have got like a cage upfield here or something. And if he didn't fail the pickup. I'd put the troll here. I would have still based Willow with a lineman, but put the troll up here. Then brought a guard Blackwork in here and base this guard guy so that Zara can only get a 1D or a stab on your Blackwork. And then you have your troll basing up 3 guys. I want to know why he didn't move after he caught it. He could run downfield. He could have committed a couple guys down here and had full control of this side of the field. Hitting the peasant. Doesn't do anything. I would have been a little more aggressive with the black orcs, like base with your stand firm guy. Those standing up, put him there. He has to dedicate 2 guys to hitting it, or just this guy blitzing, and you'd have stand firm in a row with your black orcs there. And maybe move this guy up, be a little more aggressive. You could have repositioned this guy too. Now then on the other end, Pez Machine, I feel like is just, he's not playing his greatest game. I feel like there's points here, like these last 2 turns, where you could have been a lot more aggressive with your pieces on this side of the pitch. Maybe even run the ball down, be a scoring threat maybe, get the ball up in here. Really force the orcs to commit to you. And then still just run around because you have dodge. The good thing is Rumble's doing fast turns here. See, because Pez Machine waited a little too long. I mean, that works perfectly fine. It's the minus armor black orc. But Pez Machine waited a little bit too long because now he's got to bring his player around. And he doesn't really have much support for it if he brings it around. Whereas before he could have had like 4 or 5 other players supporting his ball carrier in this area. And that first turn he could have done it. All of Rumble's team was over here except for this guy. Like all of them were over here. Except for I think 1 black orc and this guy. Going for Zara. I mean, it sucks to be Rumble when you're down 2 men. I believe he's down 2 men, yeah. Now, if I was Pez Machine, I might have actually considered blitzing this black orc I could see he was going for a rundown, but I would have blitzed this black orc with this blitzer, and that way you can bring the peasant over with the blocker to help set up a screen. You could even base this guy so that they have to, basically your peasant has to get blitzed. And then you like run this guy up a little bit and do the handoff further down with a screen of players. It would make the handoff a little less dangerous for the current situation. Piling on works. I think he's setting up a foul on Maverick. Yep. Keeps his scoring threat alive. Troll behaves. You just take your punch on Willow. Take your punch on this guy. And then you probably blitz him in so he's sort of stuck. And then pick up the ball. That kind of sucked for Rumble because he couldn't really get, unless he used this guy. He could have used this guard guy to dodge out and be a scoring threat. Because right now, if he had a scoring threat, he could have made some crazy pass attempt up to him. And he's pretty far out of, you could have still had your guy like here, and you'd be blocking him. Oh yeah, okay, well. Why would you pass it when it's a GFI handoff? You made it harder than you had to. You probably just forgot Zara was edgy 3. And KO doesn't wake up for Rumble. Just your boilerplate, turn 8, no 1 turn. kind of wild to think, but I think Rumble could have actually done a one turn there. It would have been really tricky and involved using your agi in like a dodge through type situation, but I'm sure eventually he'll get it down, or he'll just buy a goblin and go for the throw teammate one turn. Now if you're Rumble, you're even men, you're just going to grind it down the pitch. Probably try to score turn 12, maybe even 11 if you can, 3-turn it. Get a quick score in and just get out of there. Jester's KO'd. That's an unfortunate start to the half. The reroll coming out on the potential wrestle. Once Goose levels up, he should probably pick up Juggernaut as his next level. I just like it because then you have less fear blitzing wrestle pieces. And you can shove blockers around too. Bridgemen still have the wizard too. That's a good removal for the half. Now if you're Rumble, you can be a lot more aggressive with your black orcs and your troll. Yeah, base up. He only has so many blitzers that can punch you on the front here. As in only one. There you go. Could have got a blitz on you actually. Now you can just punch your way through the line for a turn. You have to pile that on. Nothing. That's another good removal. This half is really coming up Rumble after that throw rock removed a guy. Even better. I really don't see how Rumble just doesn't walk this in. He's going a little slow for scoring fast enough to counter score again. troll stupids as always, so you're gonna have to bring this guy up to the front. Why not just bolt the thrower? Why'd you bolt that guy? I mean, I guess you can get the blitz in with like Zara. And why move the peasant in when you can move the guard in and make it a 2D with a guy that you can reroll on? This whole sequence of plays, because you could have just bolted the thrower, and you had a guy in the back already and a peasant on the side that could have come in with this guy on the side, and you could have blitzed through a black orc or something with Zara and your guard to clear a way for your blitzer to come in. I think that was just poor play, bolting the black orc over the thrower. I mean, it worked, but... another removal for the orcs. Because I feel like if you'd bolted the thrower and like blitzed your way through one of the corners around the cage, you could have picked up the ball and been gone with it. I think this was Pez Machine's game if he had done that sequence a little bit better. I understand wanting to bolt that so you can blitz the ball, but you could have blitzed the ball anyway. Because you could have set up a guard and Zara blitzed anyway in the position the orcs were in. So I would have bolted first. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Rumble's just gonna... It's kind of too late to score to get the counter score, so Rumble's just playing for the tie now. Which, I mean, this is really the piece you want to be scoring on, so you can get him another level. Yeah, you just run it down, base up. I mean, if I was really him, I'd put the troll here and then go step on this guy. Another removal, another peasant out. And then now you go step on him, yeah. Stun's still pretty good. Because you can basically just wall him off so he can't get to your ball on the next turn. And if you're Pez Machine, you have to dodge this blocker out too. You have to run him up after you hit the troll. You can just like corner camp up here with some support. Just go sit there and black work up, guard guy up, and use this guy to like base these guys. And then you just walk it in turn 16. And if these KOs stay out for the Bretts, they can't really one turn. They can't really anyway, because you can just put 2 stand firm on the line with a troll. Be really tough. Why would you just base Zara unless you want your thrower to just get smacked? Well, yeah, it looks like it's a 1-1 draw, probably. He's just gonna take his LOS hits and then the game's done. Troll's getting stepped on. So I'm just gonna pause it now. Game's done, but I was thinking of going back and looking at that wizard play again, but I don't think I need to bring it up again. I just thought the better play would have been using the wizard on the ball carrier and then using Zara to clear a path through instead of wizarding the black orc, which you didn't need to wizard. You could have committed a guard guy in and Zara blitzed anyway. Yeah, MVP is solid for both teams. It was a pretty good game. I like that Bridgemen were in it, even down that much TV. Just adding to the huge list of ties on the season. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll be back with another one eventually.